So I was just reading a book on Buddhism, and the author was kind of struggling with the fact of he could understand the five aggregates. Like your body, feeling, I guess it's form, feeling, perception, volition, and consciousness. And he was having a hard time understanding the consciousness part, because he could understand, okay, I'm not my body, I get that. Okay, I'm not my feelings, I get that. I'm not my perceptions of, how I'm viewing the world and stuff. I know you can understand that. I know I'm not my volition, my will, the habits I've built up over time, that kind of stuff. I know I'm not that. But consciousness, he was really having a problem with consciousness. Like, he was kind of wondering what he was gonna be if he let go of consciousness too, and if there was no more consciousness. He was didn't want to let go of him, who he was as a person, I guess, or who he was as an individual. And he was really trying to curve his arguments around, like, well, there's, you get rid of consciousness and you're still in consciousness. But it's more than that. It's when you get rid of consciousness, what happens is right now you're like a localized consciousness. You become non-localized. You're not conscious anymore. It's more like a pure being. Instead of being, right here where you are right now, you're everywhere. You're the trees. It's the typical, like, the one with universe kind of experience, where you're one with everything. You're beyond thoughts, you're beyond feelings. You don't have them. I mean, this is just not there. And it's the same thing with consciousness. There's nothing to be conscious of, because you're everything. There's no reason to have consciousness. Just like there's no reason to have any thought. There's no reason to have a feeling or a body even. I mean, you're everything. Your body is, every living thing and non-living thing. I mean, you're everything. So that's my take on his why he was having a problem with it, because he just couldn't get past the fact of, like, what am I going to be? And there's more to it than that too. It's when you're one with the universe. Also, there's no time. You're timeless, which means, like, if you're outside of this universe, you are experiencing everything happening all at once. Like right now, we got linear time. It's localized time, just like we have a localized consciousness right now. It's localized time. Time passes slow. One movement sequentially after the next movement. One time period sequentially after the next time period. Whereas outside this universe, it's the timeless before time. It's a realm of everything's happening all at once. And in here, it's like when you get to a black hole, time stops, on the disk that surrounds it. I forgot what it's called, but anyway, it's outside the universe. I hope I'm not rambling now, but that's my take on it. Is you're just non-localized when you get beyond consciousness. That fifth aggregate of consciousness is just a real big sticking point for everybody. Not just the author I was reading, and he was a pretty intelligent guy. He just couldn't get past the, like, what am I? If I'm not me, I mean, it's easy to imagine ourselves without a body. Well, we still got our feelings and our thoughts and stuff. But man, if you lose your feelings and your thoughts, then you're like, oh, geez, okay, I'm willpower. That's what I am. I'm willpower. And then you go, well, okay, you're not willpower anymore. Then what are you? Consciousness. I'm conscious of that rock. I am conscious of that. Well, if there's nothing more to be conscious of, then what are you? It's the kind of, it's a catch-22 unless you've actually experienced it. You can't really explain what you will become. You can't really. You can just you can experience it for yourself. That's pretty much all you can do. So that's my take on the going beyond the five aggregates and that fifth one, consciousness. Anyway, I hope everybody has a great day. And this is, by the way, where I'm staying right now. There's my home, and it's pretty awesome, isn't it? This is what happens when you give up the city. And man, I can't believe I waited so long to do this. I'm in northern Michigan right now. I'm on state land. It's called dispersed camping, where you just camp anywhere you want. It's free. You know, if you want to go to the campgrounds, the legal ones, and you gotta get like a little $15 sticker that's you put on your window, and it's called something passport, recreational passport, and then you can go to all the parks and stuff, and which I've got one of those, of course, because they're fun to visit. You can go swimming and that kind of stuff, and but right now I'm in I guess they must have logged here. You know, they did a lot of logging, and it must have been about 20 years ago, 30 years ago maybe. So there's a lot of trees here now. Nothing really big grown up. It's mostly ferns and pines and a few aspens. I haven't seen elm trees out here. Elm trees here died years ago, just like the ash borers. Well, the ash borers kill everything. There's some ash trees out here too. In fact, there's an elm right there. I don't know if you can see it. There's an elm. It's just pretty awesome. They all died, and there's one right there. So I guess they're coming back. And other things that are out here is coyotes. Coyotes are kind of creepy at night, just so you know. If you're ever sleeping in your car and you start hearing howling and yipping, it's you're happy to be in your car, because there's a lot of them. And then there's I heard this weirdest noise one night. I got my little campfire right there with a little stump next to it. So I got my campfire going. I'm grilling hot dogs, just having a good old time, and this horrid sound came from my left, and I'm like, holy crap, what the heck is that, a Bigfoot or something? It was just this like throaty kind of growling loud thing, and it was a elk, a freaking elk the size of a horse, just making this horrible sound, which I guess they go in rut or something, I don't know. But he's pretty scary too. But you know, as long as you don't bother them, they don't bother you. Same thing with the coyotes. They're more scared of us than we are of them. I mean, there's no reason to be scared of them. Wolves, however, you can be scared of the wolves, but there's no wolves down here in the lower peninsula. They're just way up in the UP, in the upper peninsula. I go up above the bridge, I don't know, once a week maybe, just to check out Squaminon Falls. I love the waterfalls up there. There's a bunch of them. And wow, I'm really babbling now. So I'm gonna let everybody go. I hope everybody has a great day, and keep on keeping on.